Hi, and welcome along to the Don Robbie channel. We've got Fabrizio Romano back in the house again for another transfer update. Fabrizio, welcome along. You know what? I have to be very careful how I talk to you this week, yeah? Because you're now officially the enemy.
Yes, you're right. You're right. And I want to say congrats to you because you called this final since we started talking 1 month ago, more than 1 month ago. And I was not trusting at all Italy. England, yes, but Italy, no. I was thinking about France, Italy, England. And so congrats to you for calling Italy better than me. And Italian is incredible, but you've been confident more than me and you were right.
What's it like over there? How are you guys in Italy feeling? What's the general mood? Are you guys feeling like it's coming Rome?
No. We are so humble here. We are so humble because, you know, we were not expecting this kind of tournament from Italy, to be honest. So we are happy. Of course, we are getting crazy because remember, Italy, the last World Cup, we were out of the World Cup. And we're talking about something shocking for Italian people. We live for football. So be out of the World Cup was something unbelievable. And now we're back in the final and this is something fantastic for us, but we are still so humble because we respect England. Our feeling is that England, Spain, Belgium, they were all better than us as team and as single players, but we maybe have something as team spirit, as history also in this kind of matches that could help us. So we are really humble. We don't see us winning, but who knows?
I don't believe you, man. I don't believe you at all.
No, this is Italian feeling. This is Italian feeling. We prefer to wait.
Over here, actually, you know what? What is with us, right, is that we're never humble. We always think, yeah, it's coming home. We're gonna win it
because you invented the game. It's normal.
Yeah, but and then what happens is the reality hits us a lot of times. But I think it's gonna be an incredible game. I do think the two best teams of the tournament are in the final.
Yes,
you know?
I agree with you. I was hoping for England to be in the final because also for Italy to have a final against England in Wembley will be something incredible. Something
I was at the semi-final, Fabrizio. I'll tell you, the atmosphere was unbelievable, and I know there's a lot of Italians in London, so it's going to be an incredible atmosphere there. I can't wait, and hopefully I'll still talk to you next week, or you'll still talk to me. You know what I mean? One of the two.
Yes.
But let's get into the transfers.
Yes.
You know, I'm not even going to talk about Harry Kane much because I know that last week you said that not a lot's really going to get resolved until after. I mean, do you think Tottenham is still thinking that they'll be able to keep hold of him?
Yes, they are thinking about keeping Harry Kane. Fabio Paratici is working on it. Daniel Levy is working on it. Nuno will work on it directly with the player once the Euros will be finished. So they're really confident and convinced they can do it with Harry Kane. Fabio Paratici has started to work as director of football at Tottenham, and they starting talking about Harry Kane always in a positive way, always making him understand how important is Harry Kane for Tottenham, how they want to build something new with Harry Kane as top star. So they are really confident on this side. Paratici is confident, and Daniel Levy has turned down the proposal from Manchester City. So let's see if City will try again after the Euros. But at the moment, Tottenham stand is the player is not leaving. We want to keep him, and so it will be really difficult for City to find an agreement with Tottenham for Harry Kane.
Are you sure, Harry? I'm wondering if maybe he is the one that's going to turn this over and say, you know what, because you've got the high of playing in the final of the Euros, especially if they win it. And then you're going to go from that to the Nations League. I
agree with you. It's about the player. It's about the player. Now, of course, he's focusing on the Euros, but I think for next week, he will take a decision. He will meet with Tottenham and he will decide about this. After, I think, meeting with Fabio Paratici, with Nuno also to know the new people in the club, and then to make the final decision about his future. It's about the player because as Harry Kane said last time, he had an interview about it. He said, I want Tottenham to be respectful with me. I'm always being respectful with the club. I gave my best for the club. Now it's time for me to decide about my future. I'm really curious to see what will be Harry Kane's position after the Euros. At the moment, also I saw some reports about personal terms agreed with Manchester City. It's not like this. Kane is only focused on the Euros, and after the Euros, he will discuss about this kind of things with Tottenham or with City, and we will see.
All right, another player who's going to be in that final, who I hold an interest in, because as an Arsenal fan, is Locatelli. Now, again, another guy, obviously nothing's going to get sorted out until after the Euros, but his stock has risen since the Euros have been going on. What are you thinking about him? Because there's Arsenal, there's Juventus. These two teams seem to be the real teams that are really interested in him.
Yeah, Sassuolo CEO was talking again about the situation, and he said that one team from abroad and is talking about Arsenal, I say about this, but he's talking about Arsenal, are really serious and are really in advanced talks for Locatelli, and I can confirm that Arsenal want Locatelli. They consider him as perfect player for Arsenal for Premier League. But at the moment, Arsenal, in my opinion, have a smart strategy, the only one they can have in this kind of situation. So they are waiting to see what happens with Juventus, because the player priority is joining Juventus. Locatelli wants to go to Juventus, but he's not refusing Arsenal. He has the dream of playing Champions League and of joining Juventus because he's Italian, of course. So if Juventus will find an agreement with Sassuolo, and next week they will meet again to see if they can find a solution, maybe including players in the negotiation, Locatelli will say yes to Juventus and he will join Juventus. If they can't find an agreement, Sassuolo made them understand that they will be open to accept the bids from Arsenal, and it will be up to the player. So keep an eye on Arsenal, because they're just waiting. They're respecting the player willing. But I think after this meeting with Juventus, we will have some answer about the Locatelli situation. Arsenal are still there, and they are still really interested in Locatelli.
Okay, really interesting that. What about this one I heard, Erling Haaland to Chelsea?
A lot of rumors, because Chelsea need to sign a striker. They want to sign a striker, so they're working on it. And of course, they love Erling Haaland, talking about the board, talking about the club, and talking in particular about Thomas Tuchel, who thinks that Haaland would be perfect for his kind of football at Chelsea. And I would say, how not? Because we're talking about one of the best players in the world. But the main problem is that, of course, there are rumors. Of course, there is a lot of interest from Chelsea for Erling Haaland. But Borussia Dortmund's stand is always the same. They are convinced that Haaland is staying this summer. They want a crazy bid. And when I say crazy bid, it's not 100 million euro. It's not 110 or 120. They want more than 150 or 60 million euro for Haaland. And remember, you have to pay Mino Raiola, talking about commission. You have to pay the player with a huge salary, more than 10 or 12 million euro per season. So it will be something huge, and it's not easy this summer to convince Borussia Dortmund, because they don't need money. They sold Jadon Sancho to Manchester United, so they don't need to sell another player. They prefer to keep Erling Haaland and then sell him with a release clause next summer for 75, 80 million euro. So it's a curious situation. I'm really curious to see what Chelsea will do, but at the moment it's not advanced yet, because Borussia Dortmund are still in the same position. They want to keep Haaland, like Kane for Tottenham.
Okay, you mentioned Manchester United there. Manchester United now being linked with a couple of players. There's Varane, and there's, you know, some of my friends, Man United friends I'm speaking to, they're quite confident that Varane will probably move there. But what have you heard about Raphael Varane of Real Madrid?
Yes, I understand the confidence, because after signing Sancho, Manchester United fans are now buzzing. They want also Varane, and I can understand how the fans feel after this kind of deals, but it's not so easy to find an agreement with Real Madrid for Raphael Varane. So we are not at final stages or advanced stages. They had a contact. There was a contact last week between Manchester United board and Real Madrid board. They've asked for Raphael Varane. Real Madrid answer was, we're waiting the player to come back from holidays, to talk with the player, to have his official position. What I know is that Varane wants to try something new, so to go to the Premier League, because it would be a huge opportunity for him. Also, Paris Saint-Germain were interested, but they signed Ramos, so they're not going for Varane. And now Premier League is one of the opportunities, with Manchester United keen on Raphael Varane. He's top of the list for Manchester United. So they are talking with Real Madrid, but they're still waiting to make an official bid, just because they don't know about the price asked by Real Madrid. They want to try again with Ancelotti involved in the talks with the player, with Varane, to convince him to stay at Real Madrid. But Varane, at the moment, wants to try something new. So we will see what happens with Real Madrid, but the price will be the real key, because at the moment there is still no official bid from Manchester United. And I think Real Madrid are not going to accept some fees I see around, like 40 or 45 million euro. They want more than this for Raphael Varane, also if he's out of contract in 1 year, and it won't be so easy. So let's see how negotiation will continue, but it's just a contact at the moment, and a lot of interest, of course, from Manchester United.
Okay, what about Camavinga of Rennes? Again, really talented young midfielder, 18 years old, seen as the future of French football, and linked with Manchester United as well. And look, Man United, Arsenal, PSG, everybody ready.
Yes, many clubs. Talking about Arsenal, I've been told that this summer is impossible, but also Spanish clubs are so interested, but they are not progressing in talks for Camavinga. So Manchester United, since I would say 5 or 6 days, they've been really serious on Camavinga deal. They started to open talks with Camavinga camp, with people close to Rennes to understand about the price. They hope to do it around 30 or 35 million euro. You see, it's crazy to think about this money for Camavinga, but he's out of contract in 1 year. He's 100% not extending this contract with Rennes. So they have to sell the player this summer, or they will lose the player for free. Starting from January, he will be free to sign with any club he prefers. So it's a complicated situation for Rennes. Manchester United are in direct contact with people close to the player and close to Rennes. They want to sign him this summer because they know that waiting for next summer as free agent is a big opportunity by financial point of view, but many clubs would be in the race, maybe also clubs from Spain, Real Madrid, or this kind of, or Barcelona, or this kind of clubs, and not only clubs from other countries as right now. So Manchester United are progressing in talks. They want Camavinga. We will see if they will make an official bid in the coming days, but I think yes, because they are really serious on this point. And let's see if they can find an agreement with Rennes, because also Paris Saint-Germain are keen on Camavinga. They are really interested, let's see, for this summer or for the next one, because at the moment they have other priorities. But Camavinga is a player also for Paris Saint-Germain in the race. So Manchester United are there. Let's see, but I see Manchester United really, really interested in Camavinga.
All right. I see also, you spoke about Barcelona there, Miralem Pjanic, who's went from Juventus to Barcelona. It hasn't really worked out for him. He's getting linked with loads of clubs over in England at the moment as well.
A lot of links, and it's normal because we're talking about a really good player for Juventus. He was a key player. Then, as you said, he joined Barcelona. And it was really an unlucky deal, I would say, not working for Barcelona, but also for Juventus, because Arthur from Barcelona to Juventus is not playing, and the same for Pjanic at Barcelona. So Barcelona last week offered to Pjanic the opportunity to part ways with the club and to leave the club for free, but Pjanic said no because it's an important contract, so he's not going to give this money to Barcelona. So at the moment, Pjanic is waiting for an opportunity. At the moment, what I know is that Juventus' priority is to sign Locatelli and not Pjanic, because here in Italy we have a lot of rumors of Pjanic coming back to Juventus due to his big relationship with Allegri. But I see English clubs as potential opportunities. At the moment, not advanced yet, but his agent, Fali Ramadani, has a strong relationship with English clubs. Last summer, Chelsea wanted him in a potential swap deal with Jorginho when Pjanic was at Juventus. So let's see if some English club will be back for Miralem Pjanic. At the moment, it's not advanced yet, but I think it will be one of the biggest opportunities in August on the market.
Okay, Richarlison of Everton, who, you know, has been a great player for them over the past couple of seasons. Of course, Carlo Ancelotti was at Everton. Now he's at Real Madrid. And there's talks that he'd like to bring Richarlison to Real Madrid.
A lot of talks about it, but what I'm told is that Rafa Benitez is directly working with the player to talk with him and to tell him to stay at Everton for one more season about the Everton project. So they want him to stay, and Everton are fighting to keep Richarlison. And what I'm told about Real Madrid is that they are still thinking for something different in attacking position. So they want to go for Mbappé or maybe nothing this summer, because they have the obsession of Mbappé for this summer or next one. This summer, I think, is really, really difficult because Paris Saint-Germain are not intentional to accept any bid. Let's see what happens on contract side. But for Richarlison at the moment, there is nothing going on with Real Madrid. It's about Everton. Okay, Ancelotti loves the player, but it's about Everton talking to him to stay, and they are convinced that he can stay for one more season. This is what Rafa Benitez wants.
Okay, and HOUSSEM, who was linked very heavily to Arsenal last season, said to be their number one target. It didn't work out in the end. He ended up staying at Lyon. But rumours that Arsenal are back in for him.
He could be one of the names if the biggest targets for Arsenal are not working, as we said, with Locatelli and many others. So he could be back on the list for Arsenal in this kind of situation for the midfield. Remember that last summer, it was October, when Arsenal were opening talks for a while and they were going serious for a while. The player was not so convinced, not about the club, but about the possibility of playing Champions League, because he wants to play Champions League. He was waiting for something bigger, like talking about Champions League clubs like Juventus or Paris Saint-Germain or Real Madrid. But at the moment, these clubs are not in talks for HOUSSEM Aouar. And that's why maybe Arsenal are waiting to see what happens. If no club will arrive for Aouar, they could be interested in jumping in the deal with Aouar with no bids at the moment from top clubs in Champions League. So we will see. At the moment, he's one of the names they always appreciate. They always love. Arteta loves the player, so it could be perfect. But it's not advanced yet because it could be like an opportunity more than the top target. Because now the top targets, Arsenal are thinking on different players.
Okay. Well, listen, thank you very much. There's a load of rumours there that are fired at you. I can't go without asking you this. I need your prediction for the final Italy visiting Wembley to take on England, Euro 2020 final. What's your prediction?
I go with 1-1. So I go with a draw, and I go with Italy winning at penalties.
Italy winning on penalties. Oh, that would be heartbreaking. I'm going...
I have to say Italy, come on.
I'm going 2-1. 1-1. Okay. It goes to extra time, but I think we just got a bit more that we can bring off the bench.
Yes.
That can turn the tide.
You have an incredible bench, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
A bit more energy off that bench. And then we just turn it. But I think it's going to be a really, really tight game. But Fabrizio, I can't wish you luck for that game. I wish you the best of health. Right? And, thank you very much. A big up to everybody over there in Italy. And we'll catch up next week, all right?
Of course. Thank you.
Coming home.
Good luck for you. Good luck
for you. It's coming home.
I will be happy if we will win, really. Trust me.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Stop it.
English people deserve. We won the World Cup some years ago, so we are happy. Well, let's see what happens.
Okay. Fabrizio, thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Thank you, my friend. Bye-bye.
Thank you.